This is just going to be a quick video to go over what I think about the Mad Max 125s. In my previous video I had them on the Cavalry and I really wasn't a fan. I've also been watching other videos and they don't seem to align with my own opinion. So in this video I'm going to investigate a little further and also try putting them on the Velar to see if that changes my mind. The 125s have a significant width at 80mm compared to the 70mm on the 105s. The actual flat contact patch is roughly 70mm before the rounded edge. They are also slightly softer at 70A versus 72A on the 105s. On the inside, there's now 15 total pockets. That's 2 more for the larger wheel size. You can also see the construction they added into the core in this comparison. The weight of each wheel with bearings is roughly 1 pound 9 ounces over the 1 pound 1 ounce for the 105s. Other than that, they look just like a larger version of the 105s. The difference between having these on the Velar versus the Cavalry is primarily the truck width. The Velar has trucks that are 16.9 inches wide compared to the Cavalry's 12.2. I also want to note that the Velar uses 10mm axles instead of 8mm like the Cavalry. So if you want to try putting these on a Velar, just keep that in mind when you buy your bearings. Now you would think since these are larger versions of the 105s that the traction would still be amazing. This is not the case, however. Anytime I came to some light debris on the road, I could immediately feel these things starting to break traction. It doesn't have to be anything crazy either, just a small few pebbles or particles. My confidence was so low on these on regular speeds, I had to keep my speeds on the lower end. Not fun at all. When I had these on the Cavalry, they were sliding like crazy over anything. On the Velar, the 125s still slide fairly easy. This is footage of me just going in circles, but it's very easy to get it to slide with minimal effort. I feel like I have a little more control, but it's still gonna slide as you can see here. These wheels like to slip and slide no matter what you do. The traction is just so poor. That's why I would argue that the best use case for these wheels are if you want to drift or slide. Here's an example of what hard braking looks like. The wheels slip, the board starts turning sideways, so I had to let go and run into this bush. I probably could have avoided that though. Now, I'm not a racer, but I have seen some people use these on their race boards. So I can't really say if these are good for racing or not. However, on the Mad Wheels website, it specifically states that these are not designed for racing and more for casual use. I am noticing some texture deterioration here on these wheels. Compared to my 105s, I've had these wheels on different boards, probably totaling up to 1,000 miles on them, and they don't look as textured like this. There's no significant chunking yet with the distance I've put on, but this could be an issue long term. I do want to talk about the positives of the 125s. First, there's the free roll potential. The 125s, strangely enough, even though being softer, have amazing free roll. On flat roads, it felt like I could let go of the throttle and coast forever. Off-roading on these is also not half bad as well. You'll be able to go off the paved path and onto a dirt trail with minimal difficulty. Because of the larger size at 125mm, they obviously go over larger gaps in the road easier than a smaller wheel. And as I've mentioned before, if you want to slide, then these wheels will do just that. So after trying them on the Velar, they seem slightly better with the extra truck width, but I still think they are just not that great overall. They are nothing like the 105s. My confidence is so low on them, it feels like I'm gonna slip and lose control at any moment. I don't like the feeling or vibe these give for regular riding. For most people, I would recommend either using the 105s or some other wheel. It can be fun to slide around on if you are in that kind of mood, but I would not trust these for everyday use. I hope this video helps on understanding the 125s. Remember that this is just my opinion. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Thanks again for watching.